Vic one of the main motherfuckers. I said something not so long ago. You was like, Paul.
So there's a time and place, and so there's a specific time and place you can say gay stuff.
What?
No,
One of y'all just said you got to know when and where to say it. So I was just trying to find out.
When and where to pause it. When and where to say pause. Yeah, man.
Oh,
just trying to clarify.
You gotta try to get a motherfucker on a charge out here.
No.
The hell?
Making sure.
Yeah, because some people are really sensitive to the word pause. Like some people really,
Hey, listen,
you know,
don't nobody want no alphabet smoke.
What?
That's how Khalil's. That should be funny as fuck. Don't pause me. I'm a grown ass man, motherfucker. Be like, all right, bro.
All right, let's see how manly y'all really are. Would you let a woman pay for a date? If she asks you on a date, do you think she should pay for it?
Well, look, okay, yes, because if a chick hit me up, you know, I'm gonna do a real life example because this happens to me all the time, all day, every day. I get a text all day, every day, be like, hey, you little sexy, short, tall motherfucker, let me take you out to this nice place I've been to, whatever. Okay, so if a female approaches me like that, I'll be prepared to pay the bill, but yeah, I'm expecting you to pay the bill if you are inviting me somewhere.
So she asked you to take you out, then she probably should pay. I agree. Yeah. But you should have an expectation to pay.
I always got an expectation to pay.
I'm gonna let me just give you
really should be paying. You really should not let her pay though.
No, I disagree.
Yeah. If she ugly, she gotta pay.
You know what? The man has a point. The man has a point.
No. Listen,
God damn it, Vic! I didn't want to go there, but
no,
you're right. God damn.
No.
Listen,
if she's fine, if she invites me, I'm paying. He's right. He's right.
Listen, if she busted, she probably getting ghosted anyway. But truth be told, if Shorty fine, you know damn well we ain't let her pay. You know damn well we ain't let her pay. Let's keep it 100. Ain't no grown ass man here.
Why would you go out to dinner with somebody that you're not even attracted to? Like, why would you even go if that's the case?
A good
Don't
time.
Go.
Same reason why women do. Same reason why women do. A good time. Yeah, good time. Social interaction.
No, most women.
Maybe she got a dump truck back there. I don't know. She might got a.
I don't know.
That's why so many dudes have ugly baby mamas. That's why, right there. Just because she got a big butt. He said so.
As long as the baby ain't ugly, I don't give a fuck.
Maybe the cheeks is Pro Bowl level. Maybe there's some Pro Bowl cheeks. Who knows?
Look, she can look like Jason with the mask off. I wouldn't give a fuck. As long as the baby's is pretty.
Y'all, if you're going out to dinner with a woman, you should be paying.
I don't think so, because if she offers to take you to dinner, then what she's saying is she wants to treat you. So
facts.
I will allow someone to treat me if that's something that they want to do for me. So, you know, you got to learn to be appreciative to people too. Because people don't always want you doing stuff for them. So
absolutely.
They feel good. People feel good when they're capable of doing something nice for someone else. So sometimes you got to be able to take that second feeling, like, you know what? You want to take me out? That's fine. Let's go.
I don't want to front. Because we're on the pod. If a chick invited me out and invited me to pay and was, you know, and was willing to pay, I would enjoy the night. But at the end, I would always pick up the tab. I wouldn't let her pay. I would appreciate the gesture. And I said, thank you. Yeah, and I got you. Just we clap your cheeks.
But she's usually pays you some. She pays for it some kind of way, though, right? Like she'll do something for you.
So no. See, let's not do that.
I'm not talking about sex. I'm not talking about sex. No, I'm not talking.
You know,
on my nerves.
Look at Big Sam. Yep.
And on that note, Chris.
Before I say, you know what? Before I say that, I do want to say, before we get into the podcast, I do want to mention something Eric said, because that is a part of growth. Because I actually had conversations with women who have told me, like, Chris, you got to let me, like, I'm trying to express something to you. You got to let me do this for you. Like, you can't just always say no all the time because that makes me feel a certain way. So I have learned with dealing with human interactions, you have to allow people to do stuff for you sometimes to feel special. So, you know, that's free game right there. You know what I'm saying? We got books coming out. $3.99 coming out, you know what I'm saying? Real soon. Arrogant Underdog
that's
books.
True. But at the same time, you also gotta let them know, like, thank me the way I want to be thanked, though. You feel me? Like, if I don't read books, don't tell me, boo boo, I'm showing my appreciation. I'm gonna give you this book. You know I don't read books. So you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta thank a brother the way he wants to be thanked. Like, you know, you gotta give him meaningful gifts, thoughtful. Give it some thought. You know what a brother likes, give it some thought, and it'll be far better received. That's all I'm saying.
So if you put that in the Google translation, y'all, that's basically saying at the end of the night, give me some head, lady. That's all he's saying. At the end of the night,
I'm not doing this with
dome on the menu. Kick a field goal. It's good.
I'm glad I ain't say that shit.
We got a motherfucking podcast to get into. What's up, y'all? It's Friday night. Even though we release this shit on the Tuesday, it's a Friday for us, so it's the weekend.
I hope she jump on your ass too. Tuesday.
That's funny. I was jump on your ass. Trouble. That's funny as fuck. But you are with Dion, the MVP.
I wish we was live.
You with Hollywood Vic, of course. You with Booty, aka T Rocker, aka Reverend No Good, and you with myself, Chris G. And we are the Arrogant Underdog Podcast. What's going on with y'all? What's that shit doing? You know what? I be saying that shit in my sleep sometimes. I just wake up in the middle of the night and be like, "This is the Arrogant Underdog Podcast." Dedicated. This for life. This gang shit over here.
Yeah, y'all laughing. We got a serious topic that I want to talk about. We got to talk about Deshaun Watson. No. So we jumping right in because I know.
Oh man.
Okay. Can we please name this episode the Glooty Hole? Can we name this episode the Glooty Hole? Can we? No, maybe.
No.
Listen, okay. That's a little too much.
First things first. Do y'all think it could be real or do y'all think it's bullshit?
Bullshit.
Man, they sabotaged my quarterback before he even got to be my quarterback, man. He was there.
Yeah.
Nah.
They fucked you over, Vic.
Look, I first of all, number one, I'm very consistent in this. You are innocent to motherfucking proven guilty. Everyone has his day in court. That's number one. Number two, it's just a lot. And listen, man, if he's really doing some creep shit, then he's got to go to court. And if it comes out that he's guilty and he's been just doing some wild shit, and he's gonna have to pay for that shit. But there are, in this scenario, it's just a lot of weird things. It's just a lot of weird things popping up that just don't add up. That's all. That is all. But I will say this. Like how it's the majority of the chicks are all the chicks. The women are mainly different and random chicks that he picked on IG, who apparently didn't know each other. So it's sort of like, how does the lawyer who is friends with the Texans owners, he knows their family, apparently they're neighbors, they're friends. How does he know about each and every single different individual female when they don't know each other and they're all his clients? So, and they're all producing this stuff all at the same time. I guess the word I'll use is orchestrated. Some of this feels orchestrated in the way, not the women themselves and what actually happened, but how it's being put together and being presented. The presentation of it all seems a bit orchestrated. It's all happening at the same time with the same fucking attorney.
Facts.
That's a bit odd, number one. Number two, no criminal charges were ever filed. No one went to the cops. No one went to the police. They went straight to a civil case, straight to get money. So,
Facts.
you know, when you, so there's a word called the preponderance. The preponderance of the evidence is the weight. So there's a lot of weight on, these are legal terms. The preponderance of the evidence, when you put it all together, it just seems a little.
So I have a question. If you don't, if no one knows what happened, how is it that they came to the same attorney when no one knows how they ended up at that attorney? So how did we get to the point? So how did we get to the point that we determine that it seems orchestrated when no one knows how we got to this point? Why is it when stuff like this happens, it always sounds fishy?
Because I don't believe in coincidences.
Rather than, well, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a coincidence. There could be not necessarily. Not necessarily. There are people that I know personally that people have accused of raping them. So if someone says that guy is a rapist, I don't know if he's a rapist or not, but I know that there are several women that have said it. So it wouldn't be crazy to think that I could tell someone, hey, it didn't happen to me, but I could tell you these 3 people that it happened to. These are real situations. I'm not saying that's the case with him, but what I'm saying is, how do we always determine that it sounds fishy when we don't even know how we got to this point in the first place?
See, I don't think we always determine it sounds fishy. Hold on,
you're right, because if it's a racial issue, we don't think it's fishy. If it's women accusing somebody of doing something that has to do with sex, then it always sounds fishy.
No, but that's different because
it's not different.
I believe because I believe in a lot of things, Dion. I believe in aliens. I believe in Bigfoot. What I do not believe in is coincidence. That's one thing I do not believe in.
But you just
why
said
didn't this come out
not different
6 months ago? Why did it have to come out six months ago?
Why did it have to come out 6 months ago? Because we don't know how we got to this point. So why would we assume that it should have came out 6 months ago if we don't know why it came out now? We don't know.
Well, they're saying that the lawyers is actually reaching out to people to try to get people, to say or admit certain things. So maybe it's the lawyer actually targeting or looking for victims.
What I'm saying is, it is, to me, I am very interested in finding the fuck out how this one attorney, who is friends with the Texans organization, got all of these clients, all of these people, one by one by one. I am interested in knowing, and my point is, I'm willing to be wrong in my opinion. That part of the story seems very fishy to me, and if I'm wrong, so be it. I'd rather beg for forgiveness than ask for permission anyway. That shit looks fishy.
It's fishy as fuck.
That shit is fishy as fuck.
And I agree with Elder Vic said. I'll be apologizing 2 weeks from now if I'm wrong, but today right here, I'm gonna call bullshit on the play.
I haven't answered the question though. How did you get to the point where you believe, like Vic just said, there's no criminal case? So why is it that we think that because there's no criminal case, it's fishy? You don't need a criminal case for something to be legit. Just like you can have a criminal case with no civil case. You can have neither, or you can have both. That doesn't lend to whether something is real or false. So that's why I try to.
But it lends to the intent. It lends to the intent.
Okay,
yes, it does. Because the intent is to get money.
Yes, and so what if
the intent is to get money?
If I suffer what I believe is a tragedy, I have every right to see justice how I see fit. And if I feel like it needs to hit you in the pocket, I have a right to do that. I don't necessarily have to go to criminal court or go to the prosecutor. That's one. And two, I can't control the criminal side, but I can control the civil side. The prosecutor has the final decision on whether they believe that it's a criminal case. That's not my problem. But if it's my tragedy,
you don't control the civil side either, because I can make it. Go to a judge and a jury.
But I can still file a lawsuit, and the judge and the court then can determine later on if I can move forward. I can still file that lawsuit. Now, how far we go with it, that's a different story. But I can file it no matter what. Now, I can't just force a criminal case. And so,
yes, you can, because if you go to the precinct and you say this guy did this, they have to investigate.
You can, yeah, but that doesn't create a criminal case.
So
that you don't get charged just because I file a police report. It doesn't work like that. I can file a police report, and I don't have to file a police report. I can say this is my tragedy, and I can do what I please with it. People do it all the time.
To be clear, are you saying that this does not look fishy?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to understand is, why is it that when it comes to sexual things that are of sexual nature, how do we determine that it looks fishy when there are things that are of racial nature all the time and no one will ever say it looks fishy? We automatically say white people should be more understanding. White people should sit back and pay attention. White people should do this. But the moment that is something that's sexual misconduct, it looks fishy. They might be lying, and we start looking for things. That's all I'm wondering.
So, Dia, you said,
hold on. This to me is a case by case basis, right?
Well, of course, exactly, which is precisely my point, Vic.
Right,
because,
right. So, but in this case, what I'm saying is this shit looks fishy. In the T.I. and Tiny in that case, that shit was a hell of smoke.
Yeah, it's different.
Exactly.
It's different.
So it's a case by case basis. So in what I'm saying is that ain't me. That ain't me who every time is a sexual conduct situation, I'm thinking that the women is questionable. Right. That shit ain't me. I'm just defending myself.
Yeah. In this situation, I think you even agree beyond that it looks fishy.
Because even what you said, yes, a woman could say, you know what, I'm gonna do it in civil. I'm not gonna do it. All right, but damn, times 10, times 12. No one wants to fucking file a charge out of 10, 12 people. Now one
how
of
do
them.
We figure how do we figure that no one filed a police report? Right, exactly. We don't even exactly. Which is exactly my point.
None of them had filed a criminal case yet.
Okay, none of them. But we don't know if they filed a police report. The prosecutor has not filed a criminal case. Did anybody? No one even knows. No one knows their names.
Part of the story. Hold on. Part of the story was that there were no criminal charges filed against Deshaun Watson.
Vic, you're not hearing what I'm saying. You're not hearing what I'm saying. The prosecutor files the charges, but no one knows who the women are, so no one can determine if there was a police report.
Yes,
a police report and criminal charges are not one and the same. We know that.
So they just released text messages from Deshaun
Watson. But the police report would have Watson's name on it.
You don't think that they would make a police report and share that? If they're sharing text messages from Deshaun Watson, you don't think they would share the police report?
So again, okay, so then I asked the question to go back to the first question. You believe that just because it's not shared, it doesn't exist, is what you're saying?
I don't think it exists because they told us nobody went to press charges.
Hold on. But that's not we could only talk about what's been put out there.
But that's all we given.
They put out there that no criminal charges have been filed.
Okay, and that's the concern. That's the thing that always throws me off with stuff like this. If you can only go with what's put out there, then you believe the media 100%. And yet, again, if there's something that happens racially, then we know the media lies. We know that they don't have all the information. This is why I'm trying to understand.
I believe Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson. Because you're a man. Because you're a man, of course you think it's two different things.
But Dion, Deshaun Watson defended himself. He said these allegations. I'm going by what he said.
It's okay. White cops defend themselves all the time, and they always say that that's not the case. Of course, it's not the same to you because you're a man, which is exactly my point.
No. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why it's that way, because black men in this country have been viewed as over-sexualized beasts for hundreds of years. Anytime black men of power get in there,
that's true,
in this country, the majority of the time, some type of sexual allegations brought against them. I mean, we've been killed for looking at white women inside of elevators, on steps, and hung by the neck. It's not surprising that whenever they want to attack a black man, a statue, that they focus on a sexual act. That's why it's always a sexual issue in nature when it comes to the athletes or the actors or the comedians or anybody who we look at as.
But the question is, if we can admit that none of us know what happened, why do we automatically err on the side that, that it sounds fishy? If we don't know what happened, then how do you determine that it sounds fishy? Versus saying, I don't really know what happened. I'm not going to say it sounds legit, but I'm not going to.
I think it sounds fishy based off of Watson's situation with the status of the team. I think most people find it fishy that here's the owners and the presidents of the team saying, we're not going to trade this player. This player is with our team. We know that they basically committed everything that they have to this player. They've gotten rid of some of the best players in their franchise history and kept this player. So they really believe in this player. For this player that says, I'm not going to play for y'all anymore, and then after he is hell-bent on this, things start to come out, people say, oh, that does look a little fishy. And they have a right.
Why would a $1 billion organization take probably their number 2 or 3 asset and tank it?
I got a great answer for that, because white supremacy don't give a damn about none of that. When a black person pissed them off, particularly a black man, they will do whatever it takes to put a smear campaign on that individual. I think on this particular subject, D, I think you have kind of blinders on to the whole situation. I think you're purposely ignoring the fact that he's in a contract dispute with his team. Ugly contract, a very ugly contract.
I'm not ignoring that at all, because I think from a business perspective,
Deshaun Jackson,
I'm just saying,
has a squeaky. Hold on, because he has a squeaky clean name. We ain't heard him getting a parking ticket until he got into the situation with his team.
What I'm saying? But that doesn't necessarily mean, just because we've never heard of something, doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
It's suspect.
But even still, if you are a person in power, why would you now want to look powerless?
Because
that's the last thing somebody in power wants to look like.
This is worth billions.
Right, exactly.
Billions.
So your number one asset. Why would you take that?
Because in business, you think an individual marriage is messy. Try breaking up inside of a business. It gets horrible. People will do anything at that point. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about people losing life's work worth of money behind something like this.
I actually agree with that, which is why I'm confused with what you guys are saying.
Hold on.
I agree with that. But
this is not that though.
Right, but why would you? But if I'm the Texans right now, I can cut you loose, and the hit is only $5 to $7 million. That's it.
No, you're gonna lose hundreds of millions of dollars.
Listen,
How?
Against your cat? How? I'm cutting you loose, or I can trade you.
Them a lot of revenue. He brings them
merchandise.
How?
Revenue.
Merchandise. No. Okay. Merchandise.
Y'all gotta show me the revenue. Y'all can't just say he brings the revenue.
NFL,
he's putting people. Man, are you crazy?
Back.
Nobody watching Nobody's watching the Texans without that quarterback.
Listen, merchandise.
Come back.
The NFL
believe people will show up.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. Listen. Okay, we're gonna talk about.
Dude,
that's not accurate.
Hold on. Time out. Players come and go. So what are you telling me here? That Deshaun Watson, if they get rid of him, the franchise is over? They got to shut the door?
They don't do that. Listen.
They got Hopkins, J.J. Watt, and now all they have is him, of course.
Listen.
The NFL that's the last for a couple of years. They'll get another
NFL business. Listen, no, there's a very basic thing that we're missing. The NFL business side of things doesn't work like that. The NFL and their profit. Listen, the year that Detroit went 0-16 was the most profitable year they had. Look it up.
Yeah, but listen, you're trying to make it about money, though. This isn't about money.
It is.
What's it about? White supremacy?
Yes, that's exactly what it's about. That's exactly what it's
even more confusing. That makes it even.
Let me tell you something.
They already control everything. That doesn't make sense.
Can I say something?
Settle down, guys.
It don't make no sense, right? For the Texans to deliberately drive their own asset into the ground. It don't make no sense. Their top asset. It don't make no sense. Because. Right. Why would you alienate him to your entire fan base? Now your own fan base could be like, fuck this piece of shit. It don't make no sense. Now that asset that you could trade for 2 first rounders, whatever, now that asset ain't worth it, so you stuck with him. So hold on. You're gonna make let me finish. You're gonna make him let me make my point. You're gonna make him a pariah, kill his trade value, and sit there like a hump on your team. And make a big display. Now your whole season is shot because all year that's going to be the story.
And you're still going to make money.
They do that on purpose.
Make a lot of money.
Slavery never existed.
I don't believe that.
Black people weren't alienated. We were not the number one asset of this economy for.
But Eric, we're talking about
in this scenario. In this scenario, and Joe Biden is not even that's a false equivalency. No, Joe Biden Yes, it is, because they don't own his rights. So they can shit on him because he already told them no. They had nothing to lose. See? They had nothing
What does the
to
Texans
lose.
have to lose?
He already left.
What does the Texans have to lose?
He's their fucking quarterback. Why would you kill his trade value? You're still paying him.
They already own him.
They already own Joe Button. Joe Button left. They had nothing to lose with that.
Is that team building any type of? Is that team building any type of success? Aren't they just giving away all their players?
What do you mean? This is what NFL does. The NFL do it all the time.
This team is catching hell in particular from the way the organization is running, the way they're giving away their players, the way they're trying not to.
Right.
So you're telling me that you're holding all this. So you're holding this quarterback.
So on top of that, they're going to make their quarterback a pervert.
So that's proving my point even more. So you're saying all this focus, you're relying on this quarterback. So you're a billionaire, you're a white billionaire. You get upset that this black millionaire has the nerve to stand up against you and say, "I'm not playing for you." Not only do I want your money, I'm not paying for you.
And he called him a racist.
So the question is this: if that's your number one asset outside of your stadium, because I think they actually own their stadium. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure they do. They own their stadium. Your next biggest asset is Deshaun Watson himself. So you already control him. You already own him, his rights. You already get everything that he produces. So now,
but he says he's never going to play for you again.
And if he's never going to play, you trade him. Or because you control him, you look him in his face and say, "I'm not going to trade you." So what?
Hold on, let me finish. This is here. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, right? Y'all thinking this is why y'all so wrong, and I don't give a shit if y'all disagree, because you guys are making emotional decisions. You're thinking about this emotionally, right? But the truth of the matter is that these teams are shrewd. They're about their money. They're about their dollars.
They don't give a fuck about these players.
And let me finish, even if he was never going to play for them, they wouldn't drive his value into the ground because they got to recoup the assets. They're about their dollars. You're thinking, oh, we're white, so this is racial. Fuck that. You're going to do what we say, boy, and we're going to kill your value and let you sit there like, That's the fuck out of here. I don't believe that shit
doesn't happen in the NFL? So blackballing doesn't happen in the NFL?
Blackballing,
This isn't
a blackballing topic. Yeah, this isn't a blackballing thing. This isn't blackballing. They own him. Is the point. They own him.
I'm not saying that it is because I don't know. Because he may just be a fucking pervert. It could be the case. But that's why I say, Dion, this is why people are suspicious. Because that was the original question.
It's cool to be suspicious. You can be suspicious.
But it doesn't make. I'm trying to understand why don't
try to tell me it makes sense.
Lends to the fact on why they wouldn't do it. They already own him, and if he doesn't want to play, sit your ass at home and sit out and don't get played. Because at the end of the day, they can cut him right now or let him play. If he plays, I don't even think, if I'm not mistaken, his salary bonus this year is only like $9 million.
He's on his own contract. His new contract.
I feel what you're saying, and it sounds great, but just remember this: history is important. When has there ever been a black
Zeke? They tried to demolish Zeke, and then the Cowboys turned
around. But tell me they didn't try. Tell me they didn't.
Exactly.
Tell me they didn't try.
No,
let's talk about history.
They tried to take him, and
show me a team that destroyed the franchise quarterback's value. Let's keep it 1-to-1. When in history,
he's not the franchise QB. He said,
"I'm not playing franchise QB."
He said, "I'm not playing for you. No matter what you're doing, I'm not playing for you." And this is why we're here. He said, "I'm not your QB. You can't force me to be your QB." And when you tell a slave owner, "I'm not going to be your slave," you get with it.
Did you ever see a team destroy their most popular, their most paid, the highest paid player, their fucking quarterback? It's never. So that's history. It's never happened. Ever. You don't have a fucking example. To find an example, you gotta reach to some other shit that got nothing to do with this. Period. Because it don't make no sense.
Not anybody in the contract.
So what happened with Michael Vick?
No sense. Michael Vick was self-inflicted. Has nothing to do with it.
He admitted he was killing the dogs and stuff. What did you want? And he still came back in the league.
Yeah.
Michael Vick.
Shout out to Vick.
Michael Vick got on TV.
That's two different things.
Michael Vick.
That shit got nothing to do with it.
If you want to keep it 100, Arthur Blank got on TV and stuck up for Vic. If you remember that, he got on TV and he stuck up for Vic.
Eric, bad analogy, dude. Don't waste our time with terrible analogy.
Arthur Blank got on TV and stuck up for Vic.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Mike Vick.
Exactly. So that's not this
situation. Mike Vick's own people told on him. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess they told all that information to nobody, huh?
What do you mean told it to nobody? They told it to the police. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you think it got to the police first, huh? Everything
started. It didn't. Obviously, it got out.
Either way, that shit got nothing to do with what we talking about.
What I'm saying is, across sports, black athletes are targeted. When they're targeted, it's usually something surrounding sex. That's all I'm saying. And that's what history tells me. And I'm not just talking about football. I'm talking about sports in general. Sports and entertainment.
We could go there, but he also, I mean, no matter how we slice it or dice it, the women could very much be lying. Let me finish. I agreeing with you. If you let me finish, what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, you saying they're targeted, but he still went on Instagram. Why the fuck are you a millionaire quarterback and you're going on Instagram and not setting this stuff up? So if you're getting targeted, then he's stupid for letting himself get in this position. Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
I want to say this. This is a point I forgot to make, right? And this is a motherfucking PSA. And this goes to rappers, athletes, anyone who has the motherfucking resources. If you a freak, or if you like things done a certain way and you got that money, go pay a professional, motherfucker. Right. Go pay a professional. Go pay someone who they get paid to shut the fuck up about your business.
And sign that NDA.
If you rich and you got that money, that's like, I'll put it to you like this. It's equivalent to being rich and you can have 1 million chauffeurs and you drunk driving all over the place.
Right.
Ready to kill someone and ruin your life. Reckless.
God damn, Vic, you're going a little far.
If you have these, and I'm not saying it's true, I'm just saying in general, if you have these type of fetishes and you want to do some extra shit,
go hire a professional.
Go hire a professional who allows for that certain level of discretion. You pay for discretion.
So you're telling me the prostitute.
And you say that's just free game. Go pay for discretion. You pay for people to shut the fuck up. So it don't make no sense for you to be paying people that won't shut the fuck up and turn around and shit on you about your personal fucking, your personal habits. It's stupid, and it happens over and over again.
And let me give let me give my quick conclusion on the story. America out there, I'm gonna be a little bit more ignorant of it. If I pay you $200 to oil my ass, oil my motherfucking ass and shut the fuck up. I don't believe this white supremacy or these hoes. If I'm paying for my ass to get oil my goddamn ass and shut up about it. Thank you very much. That's how I feel about
it. I agree. And that shit better be warm.
Spell my name, matter of fact. And oil right in there. Put the football helmet.
Isn't that like a pause-worthy comment? The fact that you went to ask oil.
I want the oil and the Mr. Miyagi.
The expensive shit. I don't want that cheap shit in the food cabinet. Go get the good oil.
Oh my gosh! All right, listen, we're running out of time. So I did want to also ask you about Kirk Franklin. Did y'all hear the audio where Kirk Franklin called his son?
Now look.
Now they're going to
disrespectful, and you should have fucking slapped him upside his head.
I mean, if he was around, he probably would have.
Upside his head.
Look here.
You saying Kirk Franklin should have slapped his son or his son because he called him a bitch ass?
Upside his son's head.
So
isn't his son like a grown man or something like that? Isn't
he's like 33,
30,
34.
30 years.
That's exactly
He's a grown man.
30 goddamn years old.
I happen to think that if you go in to the public and start telling the public about a conversation between you and your father, and you leak the audio, you got some bitch assness in you.
You fucking sucker. It's straight sucker. It's straight lame shit. You lose all. The thing is this. Had someone else leaked it, this would have been a better and open conversation, right? But when he leaked it and provoked it, he knew what he was doing. It was damn near entrapment.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it like this. No one knows his father like he does, right? So if my kid wants me to call him a bitch ass, they gonna know exactly what they gotta do for me to call him a bitch ass, right? Like they know me better than anyone else. So the whole point of the whole shit was bullshit. The fact that he leaked it, listen, family is family. Family is blood. You don't fucking leak my conversations. You don't leak family shit. You just don't do that. That just goes against the grain. Bottom line, you don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. And first of all, did he get his ass whooped? This dude, listen, this dude been on his daddy's titty his whole fucking life. First of all, let's be clear. He's been sucking titty his whole life. Okay? All right?
This is cap.
First of all,
this is cap. This is Kirk Franklin cap. This is Kirk Franklin cap.
No,
you think it was okay, Chris?
Cap whenever someone disagrees with you.
This is Kirk Franklin cap.
That dude's a 30-year-old. He's a 30-year-old twat. Fuck him.
So
that's where I'm coming from. Fuck him.
I find it funny because there's a lot of old school people that have this mentality. So we're looking at, so what if he's a grown man? Vic said something. Vic said, I would know my father. So that lets me know that if I can call you on the phone and get you, whatever get you to verbally call me a bitch ass nigga and threaten to put my foot in your ass, that's like a normal conversation there.
Not necessarily.
If I know I can record you right there, that lets me know that there's a history. There's a history. That's not a normal conversation. That's a normal conversation. That wasn't a weird situation. This is something that happened commonly within their family. And they said it. And they said it. And they said we have been. Hold on. Let me explain, because they said we have been. After this got leaked and they start to catch the little backlash they did, because a lot of people were supporting them. A lot of black people were supporting them. But he started to say, yeah, we've been having family issues for a while, for years now. So that let me know that this is more than just a son being a bitch ass nigga. This is a family issue, a deeper family issue. And Kirk Franklin, him being this gospel singer, this famous gospel singer, his son probably had to sit at church all fucking day, watch his dad be this holy person, sing, worship, dance, put on the good face for everybody else, and get called a bitch ass nigga behind closed doors. So it's a lot that could have went in. People just saying, "Oh man, I used to be called bitch ass nigga." Man, ain't nobody in my family ever called me a bitch ass nigga. There's one male in my family that called me a bitch ass nigga, and we had issues after that. We want to hurt each other. So I don't get all this old school love.
No, I think when you have children, listen, let me tell you something. I wish I could say I was a perfect parent, but I'm not. I wish I could say that I've never cussed at my kids. I've never argued with them. I've never hit them. That's just not true, because y'all know I have 5 children. 2 of them are adults. And even till this day, I want to strangle them. And sometimes I look at them and tell them, you're getting on my motherfucking nerves. Listen, shit like that happens. I personally don't think that Kirk Franklin had anything to apologize for in public. Maybe to his son, that makes sense. But in public, I don't have to explain to nobody how I parent my kids on the days where I'm being a good parent.
Exactly.
Or the days that I'm being a bad parent.
You don't have to explain it, but you still going to get criticism.
Especially a 30-year-old motherfucker.
What'd you say, Chris?
I'm saying you don't have to. I don't think parents have to explain it, because I think everybody says, "Don't teach me how to raise my kids." I think that's such a cop out. Just like Vic asked, well, do you have kids? I think that's the same thing as asking a coach has he ever played the sport.
It's definitely not. And you know why? I always say
it's not, because you don't have the perspective.
Right.
So if somebody locked their kids in the car with the windows up and walk in the store, should I shut the fuck up because I don't have kids? Or they're not my kids?
is similar to people who have like something. The first thing that comes to my mind is addiction. We can talk to people who have addiction all day, but if we've never lived in their shoes, we don't have that perspective. Now, whether that's right or wrong, we agree with it is, that remains to be seen. But I can talk about addiction and I can tell people what it looks like and I can tell people what you can do, but I would never go to an addict and try to have the perspective that they have. That's why people feel that way. But, and I'm saying that because as a parent, yeah, maybe calling your kid a bitch ass, is not the right thing to do, but damn it, sometimes it happens and sometimes it need to be said, and I'm not going to apologize for it. That's just a part of being a parent. Things happen in families, and I'm damn sure not going to go in public and tell people in public, because that's a private thing. And if we have that issue, that's even more reason you don't go in public and tell people, because if we have a private issue, you don't bring people inside of the issue to fix the issue. So now you just made it worse, because now we got to deal with the public shit too.
Well, Eric used to say something.
My view on it is this. Chris made a point. He said that they had been going through some stuff. That means they probably had these heated conversations 100 times, right? Kirk's never released a fucking video of him cussing, never released anything of what his son was doing. It's always been a private matter. Yeah, you bitch ass nigga, you went out there and took the motherfucking voicemail and shared it with the world. That was some bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? So what Kirk said to you over the phone is actually true. So I'm not gonna be mad at a man for speaking what's true. Sometimes your son can be a bitch ass nigga.
Fact.
And I want to piggyback. I want to piggyback on
It was a bitch ass move. He's a bitch ass dude.
Then that's what it is. If you got a daughter that's acting like a hoe and you call her a fucking hoe, that don't mean you being nasty. You giving her ass some straight up motherfucking truth. You understand?
Now you know damn well if a video came out of Kirk Franklin calling his daughter a hoe.
It's been inside of their family the whole time. It's been inside of their family the whole time.
The truth of the matter is this. The truth of the matter is this. Hold on.
Oh, Cap.
Who is anybody to walk into, like, think about it like this. Who is anybody to open anybody's door, walk into their home, and decide how those motherfuckers talk to each other?
Everybody, it happens every day.
So,
this is
hold on, let me finish.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
No, but it don't make you right. Let me finish. Me and my sister have been through so much shit. So if one of our motherfucking if we were famous and our conversations got leaked, you would think we hate each other, and we don't. But there's some moments where we aggressive. We talk. That's how we talk sometimes, and it's like, yo, fuck you now, fuck you, blah 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 blah. Like family squabbles happen. Like, where the fuck do y'all live? Mayberry Street. Where the fuck y'all from?
Let me say something. If I went over to my brother's house, my brother's house and I walked in his house and he was calling his son bitch ass niggas, I'm gonna have a conversation with him. I'm gonna put him outside like, what's up, bro? Everything okay? This is not normal behavior. People calling themselves bitch ass niggas and threatening to fight each other is not normal.
Yeah, but Chris, no one said it was
what you say. Hold on.
No one said it was normal.
No one said it was
normal. A lot of people said this is the culture we come from. I was raised like this. Big Mama socked me upside the head when I get online. So that's what a lot people excuses are. So in our culture, we got this fucked up thing of abuse. It's
because it happens. It's all reality.
But Chris, my question to you remains though: can a 33-year-old man be a bitch ass nigga?
Exactly.
So
he can. But his son did. Bitch ass shit.
Time out. Can your daddy?
So what you talking about? Then? Hold on. Did you just say what his son did was bitch ass shit?
It was.
Can your daddy?
What are you talking about?
Your daddy call you on your bullshit?
I don't think a father should refer to his son as a bitch ass nigga. No, I'm not gonna agree to that. A father should never call his son a bitch ass nigga. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna agree with that. I'm not gonna agree with that. And I do have something to say because Eric loves to preach leadership. As the man, you're supposed to lead. If your son is a bitch ass nigga at 33, where are you learning from?
Nah, that doesn't mean he learned it from the father.
No. If you're the man,
That
you're the leader.
No.
Maybe.
No, that does not mean he
Hey,
could have, but
hey, look, I've never seen Kirk Franklin call any other person in the world a bitch ass nigga.
Because we don't know him.
Right?
Yeah, but we don't know him. He also came out and said he was addicted to porn. No, that don't mean his whole family.
That's probably why he snapped. He fucking probably ain't watched porn in 3 days and ain't beat off in a week. So he went around calling his son a bitch ass nigga when he don't jack off. So you don't look at shit like that. Come on now.
Y'all, listen, time's up. On that note.
Hey, Franklin Jr., I got your back. You bitch ass nigga.
Hey, yo, Dion, put us out our fucking misery.
Right. On that note, time's up.
So Deshaun, I got your back, Deshaun Watson. You know, I got your back. I'm here for you, Kirk Franklin Jr., you bitch ass nigga. I got your back. We here for the black people, man. You know what I'm saying?
I actually want to see Deshaun.
I ain't gonna call him a bitch ass nigga though.
I actually want to
Wait.
On the roster.
He called Kirk Franklin Jr. a bitch ass nigga. It's too funny.
Hey, man.
Make sure y'all hit the like button.
Wait. Before we go, it's episode motherfucking 30. You gotta tell the people. We at the 3-0. We getting up there in age.
Dirty 30, baby.
30.
Salute, Big. Got the tequila.
I got the Cowboys.
What you gotta. Come on, D. We gotta get rid of that episode 31.
No, sir. All right. Wrap it up.
Make sure y'all hit the like button.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Peace.
We love to comment back. Till next week. We'll check y'all out. Y'all be safe.
We love you, motherfuckers. The ugly ones too.
Hey.
Y'all still gotta pay.